Hi, welcome to the Ready, Set, Activate podcast, your home for all of your active gaming needs. Today, we're joined by a rookie player, but he has a lot of wisdom, strategy, and skill. Alwaystaco. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Ready, Set, Activate podcast. Alwaystaco is a new player that just joined the Activate Discord server. We're really excited to have him on, and I thought that it'd be cool to get kind of like a more newer player's perspective on the podcast. So, Alwaystaco, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Glad to have you. So, Taco, where did this name come from? It's legendary. So, like, Alwaystaco. What's up with that?
Honestly, it's truly as simple as just tacos being my favorite food, and it's just something I would eat all day, every day if
Yeah.
I could. Honestly, there's a bit of a more of a meme backstory of it where my original username was always tomorrow, and then a bunch of I can hear you laughing, Ty. I know it's a little edgy, and so I tried to rebrand a few years ago to something that was a little less serious, and I just really like tacos. So
Yeah. No, I love that actually. Yeah. It's funny because Activate seems to have a trend of taco names going on here, but I like it. I don't know. There's something about tacos that just works well.
it was meant to be. It's meant to be.
Oh, absolutely. Totally. So yeah, you're pretty new to Activate, but how did you first hear about it and how did you get into it?
Yeah, so I first heard about it late last year from some friends. So we went as a group of 5. It was really casual. It was really good. And then me and
Mhm.
my one other friend were like, "Hey, why don't we like just go alone, like just the two of us?" Because it was hard to get all 5 of us together. And let's just like
Totally.
try
Yeah.
super hard. And then we had so much fun, so much fun, just like the two of us just tryharding as many games
Yeah.
as we could. And I've been addicted ever since. I love going as much as I can.
That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, so kinda like what was your first impression like of the games? Do you remember the first game room you ever did?
Yeah, we definitely did Mega Grid first because that was the one I wanted to go first because that was the one I saw online. I was like, "Oh, we gotta just try
Yeah,
this one."
yeah.
And it's
Totally.
still
Yeah,
my
and
favorite. I don't know if it's because it was my first, but definitely still my favorite game.
oh, yeah, I love that, I love that. And kinda like when you went with that, like the just the 2 players kind of and you wanted to take it a little more seriously, what was like the first thing that like you kind of were like, "Okay, like let's grind this out." What was like the first thing you had on your mind there?
So we tried actually regular grid first before Mega Grid because we're like, oh, Mega Grid's too big. 2 people can't run that. But
Yeah,
then we
yeah,
quickly
totally.
got through a lot of the grid ones, and then just went to Mega Grid and just started grinding out all those. The harder running ones are our favorite to grind because I like being active. The whole point of Activate to me is like, oh, I'm like actually, like it's kind of like I'm out of breath after some of them.
Totally. Yeah. No, I think it's a really, really nice way to just be like, hey, like this is not only fun, but like you're actually getting a workout. Like unlike
Yeah,
something where
exactly.
it's like, yeah, like a laser tag, we have to put on like a big vest and it's kind of just like, okay, you can't really it's like, no, don't run or whatever. Or like, like an escape room where it's like it's really fun, but at the same time, you're not really getting active. It's just like it'll make you think, but it's like it's not really engaging like that kind of physical aspect. Whereas I love how active it kind of takes in like okay, like you're gonna have fun, but you are going to be
Yeah.
exhausted by the end of this. And I just love that kind of
And it's
idea
both.
of
Yeah, because
yeah,
like
exactly.
because even when we're tired and we're trying like level 10 order up like 6 times in a row and we need a break, we just go to one of the games that are more strategy focused, right? Like that's what I love about it.
Totally. Yeah.
It hits all the markers for me.
Exactly. Yeah. So was it kind of what you expected online? Was it worse? Was it better? Like what was kind of your impression versus like when you actually got there? Like was it like oh or was it like
Oh, it was way better. The first time all 5 of us went there, we were a little skeptical to say the least. And then when
yeah,
we got there, it just blew us all away of how much fun it was and how true it was to what we were reading about online.
totally. No, yeah, I think that's something that's really nice is like Activate does a good job of like, yeah, they advertise, but they don't pretend to be something that they're not. Like they make their promise and they deliver on it. They won't say like something that's untrue or like advertise on like a certain way that's like not what it really is. It's just like it's so unique and it's just like they don't really have to like fake it to make it. It's like no, they just do that really well. And I think that that's really cool part about Activate. So shout out to the marketing team.
Yeah, 100% agree there.
Yeah. Are there any, like, funny memories or stories you have from your early sessions at Activate with your friends?
Yeah, the first time we played Strike was the first time I realized I don't know how to throw a ball properly. Like, just learning that skill now, like, now because we've gone through some of the levels and we've gotten higher up, like, I can immediately tell, and we, like, make fun of ourselves when we're just imagining those first few games playing Strike, and there's, like, 1 asteroid left, and you just see 5 balls flying towards it and
And
missing.
all of
It's
them missing, it's like every screen around. Yeah.
But
No, totally.
no, it's just it's really amazing memories like that where you're learning and you're growing in these games too, which I absolutely love.
Totally, yeah. By the way, what's your
The
favorite and least favorite game in Strike?
In Strike, so I really do like Asteroids a lot. I find that one really, really awesome. I
Mhm.
don't know the names of all of them, but there's a matching one where it's kind of like a
Flip. Yeah,
spaceship and y- dude, that one cannot with that one. Like I don't know
I get
what it is
that.
with my
Yeah,
brain.
no.
And when they start moving around, I'm like, I don't know, and I just start throwing randomly, so it's not the best.
Yeah, no, I understand that. For me, like, Flip is one of my weak points, and just, like, it's not a bad game, but just, like, at least for me, it's not my type of game, you know? Like, I'm
Exactly.
more of, like, an active, like, get around or whatever. Like, I like games where you have to use communication, but I feel like in that
Mm.
game specifically, it's just kind of like you just yelling, "Rocket! Rocket! Stop! Rocket! Stop! I got the rocket! No! I got the" it's, like, a little too much.
It's
Yeah, no, at the
yeah.
same time, I get what you're saying. But yeah, no, I think Asteroids is
Well,
a really good game, and, like, they're all good, and I know people that really like Flip and stuff like that, just it's just not really my expertise, I guess you could say, so I feel you there.
yeah.
Um,
Well, one of the people we
speak
went with, like,
Oh,
played softball, right, as a kid, and they
yeah,
loved it.
yeah.
It was, like, their
Oh, yeah,
favorite game.
totally, yeah. No, that's completely fair. Speaking of favorite game, we talked about your favorite game in Strike, but sounds like that's not your favorite room. What is your favorite game mode so far, just in all of Activate, and why?
Oh, it's gotta it's a tie probably between Mega Relay and Order Up. I love how, like I think it's just like what we were just talking about. It's like the skill set required for that game fits exactly what I love. Like, it's
Yes,
about being, like, super accurate and nimble and fast and, like, processing quickly and, like, all that kinda stuff. I love I can play those games over and over and over and over and over again. I
totally.
really do
Yeah.
like them.
Do you have a specific level of either of those that you really enjoy?
Yeah, so right now, I actually haven't beat level 10 of either of them, but I'm on level 10 on both of them.
Okay,
So,
yeah,
like,
that's
I'm loving level 10 Order Up. I think that might be my favorite level of all time. I find it so much fun.
totally yeah. For those of you guys listening that
Have you
don't
beat it?
know, level I have, yes, I've actually beaten 100% of the levels, which is it took me forever,
100%?
and, like
That's
yeah, me
amazing. Nice,
Me, shout
nice.
out to, myself, Weeby Baguette, Swaggy Tacos, Sweaty Spaghetti, and Crazy Chris all beat 100% of the levels together. And then I think also Zack Attack and Mr. Apples are the only other two people who have beat 100% of the levels. There's some people that are
That's
extremely close, like Mason and Gondam and Lily, but we're the only ones that have it. Yeah.
that's amazing. I need some tips, man, after this.
Yeah, totally, dude, totally. Yeah, but audience, for those of you listening, to put this in context, well, I think we're gonna do a whole episode just based on Mega Grid and these games. But yes, the level 10 of Order Up is there's one green strip on one side, and there's just red lines coming towards you constantly, and you have to keep jumping the entire time. It's absolutely insane. And then for Mega Relay 10, there's two lines going back and forth, so it's just like two pendulums in a sense going back and back and back and back, but there's like one going across the room and there's one going from side to side on the room, so it's just like you have to just recognize the pattern and also be fast and also know when to jump, and there's just so much going on. So I get how you get stuck on those levels, but they're so much fun. They keep you moving for
Well,
sure.
and they, like, there's a point where you, like, kinda like, it clicks and you get it, and I feel like I'm at that point
Yes,
with both of them, so it's like, that's where it's the most
totally.
fun, where it's like, "Oh, no,
Yes.
like, this is totally doable, I know how to do it, just need a few more reps and we got it," like, that's the exciting part, you know?
For sure. Yeah. Speaking of those moments that just kind of click for you. Sounds like you're kind of getting to the point where you're developing some strategies looking at the games. Specific strategies just around activate. What's something that's really worked for you? Kind of just analyzing things and looking forward.
Yeah, so it depends on the type of game, but definitely for the more active ones, it's definitely about fast feet. That's the biggest thing I noticed is when I
Mhm.
first started, like I was like jumping and running and stuff, but like my feet were so
Yeah,
long, like they stayed so long on the ground, you know? And then it just clicked for me. I
totally.
think halfway through Order Up where I was like, no, I just need to I need to be faster about moving my feet. Not myself necessarily, just my feet. And I don't know what it was, but after I had that realization, like we zoomed through like level 6 to 9 like so quickly on
Totally.
those ones.
Yeah. Okay, just speaking on that quickly, just on a little more of a personal note here. You want a tip?
Yes.
Okay, there's this thing that apparently has been coined in the Regina staff as the tie thing. But what I do in both grid and mega grid, especially mega grid, is if there's red coming towards you, fast feet is definitely useful. But also, you if you can kick off the wall, that is really helpful too. Say there's like a green thing in the middle and you're trying to like move around. If you can get in the air and kick off the wall to get yourself a little more airtime, dude, utilize that and you're solid.
I love that. I'm gonna have to try because what I tried today, well, I think I was telling you before this started. I got my first injury, which was funny to say.
Yeah,
It's not
I
a big deal. But we were on. It was Order Up level 10. I was on
yeah.
19, and then I saw
Oh.
20 from across the room. I don't know what I was thinking. I just jumped and tried to dive for it, and then
Oh,
I
no.
I hit my hand and missed it, obviously.
Yeah.
And then the timer ran
Oh,
out, and it was so upsetting. So I got like a tiny scratch on my hand, and I was just like, "Oh,
yeah,
no."
yeah.
But
It's
it's
funny
those
moments
crazy
like that.
moments.
Yeah, totally. It's like
Uh,
somebody's like, "Are you okay?" And you're like, "Hit the 20!" Just like, more
at
more
all
concerned
costs.
about exactly, exactly. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's fair. Feels like you're almost getting to that, but just speaking of levels that are a little more difficult, have there been any like tough challenges or games that really just pushed you to improve?
Yeah, all of them. All of them, once you get to the higher levels, they push you to improve in
Mhm.
different ways. Like, that's what I love about the game. Like I told you, like, with the strike, like, you gotta be accurate, and the higher you go, no matter what game you're playing, like, you you
Mhm.
gotta be accurate and fast. Same with the running ones, fast feet, like, the strategy ones, you really gotta think and process quickly, like, all of them really train you in those skills. I think the hardest ones for me, by far, are definitely the word ones because I am terrible at
Yeah.
words and spelling and, like, trying to figure out jumbled words. I don't know, man. Or, like, the trivia ones, like, I think I was saying that, like, I don't know how many legs a lobster has, dude. I don't
Yeah, no,
like
exactly. Yeah,
like,
yeah,
those ones are definitely the hardest ones for me that really, really push me into just skills I've never done before. Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying there. And yeah, like for me, like I used to have a lot of trouble with like trivia and like word scrambling and stuff like that. I've gotten a little bit better, but for me, my weak point is definitely like gems or like just pretty much press. Like when you're
Uh,
looking for like very specific things, I have a like I don't need like technically I should have glasses and stuff, but at the same time, like my vision's not that bad. But for me, it's just colors and trying to recognize a pattern and then replicating that and finding it. I'm like, holy smokes. Like sometimes like things like undercover, oh, I'm great at, when the colors are all big and obvious and clear and like you're looking for a shape. Great, fantastic. I'm good with shapes. But when it comes to colors, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I can't do this. I don't know.
oh, yeah, and they're so small, like, they're small and they're so I 100% I see
Yeah,
where you're coming from
exactly.
there. It's tough.
Yeah.
That's actually the only game I bring my glasses into.
I love it, love it. It's
'Cause
like
I
polo
do wear glasses.
Professor Taco glasses.
I don't wear them for the active games, obviously, because I like running
Yeah.
and jumping and
Yeah.
stuff, but for that one, I'm like, "I gotta go to the locker get my glasses real
Totally.
quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
No,
be
that's
right."
completely fair. Yeah. 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 So as a newer player, are there any like specific like top tier players that you've looked up to or feel like you've learned from?
I have so I've only been playing for a couple of months, so I don't know too many people's names, but listening to the
Mhm.
podcast, like, the last few people you've had
Heck
on,
yeah.
oh, yeah, they've been amazing wealth of knowledge to just, like, learn from, and just it's interesting
Totally.
how the people at the higher end have like, think about the game and strategize, It's definitely helped me in my game the last couple of times I've gone listening to this podcast, so, yeah,
For
I
sure.
unfortunately, I don't know too many people at my area, so I
Mhm.
don't know the higher up people there. I'm trying to next time I go and I see them, I'm gonna try and get them in the Discord. But yeah,
Yeah, totally,
uh,
totally.
yeah, it's mostly from the podcast. The last few guests you've had on have been super helpful.
For sure. Yeah, no, and I'm just super happy to create that kind of space where well, yeah, as a new player, it's super cool to hear your perspective and just like it's kind of just fulfilling my mission. One of my missions with the podcast is just to connect players. So hopefully you're able to like use this and people will be like, oh no way, always Taco. He plays at my location. Let's connect. He's an awesome guy. And just like that like it's able to help those kind of newer players who are getting into it. I love that. And yeah, just by the way, also the Discord server he's referring to, we have an Activate Discord server, which there'll be a link to it in the description below. For those of you listening in the audience, we'd love to have you join. So if you click in there, that's the perfect way to just dive deeper into the game, get to know some awesome players, and just take that next step in your actives journey. So again, the link of that will be in the description. Be sure to check it out. We'd love to have you guys there. Yeah. All right. So, do you have any Activate goals that you're working on specifically right now? Like, are you trying to push your rank higher? Are you trying to work on any badges or set any high scores in rooms? Kind of like, what's the main goal for you right now?
Actually, it's funny you said it earlier. It's I want to get 100% of the rooms. That's the biggest thing. And then I want to
Mm,
worry
yeah,
about scores and stuff and all that kind of stuff after. I've only just started reading about the Tournament of Champions, but I've only been going the past 2 months, so I obviously missed the
yeah,
previous one. But I think
totally.
after I
Okay.
get 100% of the games done, I'd really love to like try the Tournament of Champions and see how that goes, or if there's going to be a 2026 one, I guess,
Oh,
or
heck yeah, there'll
2025
be
one.
one. Yeah,
Yeah, oh, they really won? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I
for
definitely
sure,
would love
100%.
to go. That would definitely be a goal of mine for sure.
Yeah, totally. You said you have a little bit of like a gripe with just the fact that like the leaderboard is kind of like lifetime. Would you like just evaluate on that a little bit?
Yeah, it's a gripe just because I'm low on the leaderboard, lower than I'd like to be. But the fact that it's lifetime, I know they switch out games and stuff, so I think that's part of it. Is it feels like I get a little bit of FOMO where I'm like, I wish those I played those games before they like rotated out or whatever.
Totally.
So
Yep.
I think that's literally the only thing, whereas everything else, like, it definitely makes sense, and it pushed my strategy to change, whereas before, I was just kind of playing whatever, whereas now I'm like, "No, I gotta get 100% of the levels, I gotta get more points, I gotta." So it changed my
Totally.
strategy from that aspect of it, but I do wonder if they'll, how they're gonna handle when as games rotate in and out, like, can you get those points somehow? That would be interesting for
Yeah.
me.
No, so actually just for context, I actually do have the answer to this. If a game is
Oh.
out of the facility, you actually lose all those points. So it kind of sucks for some
What?
players that worked hard to get those levels. But say like for example, I guess you wouldn't know what these rooms are, but like there used to be a game called Trench. So yeah, it was kind of like a version of lasers where like you'd shoot lasers and then you'd crawl on the ground to the other side and then you'd shoot lasers on the other side, which was pretty fun, but also just they swapped that out for lasers, which is kind of just like the new and improved version. So when they got rid of Trench though, it's like a lot of the games were the same, but at the same time they weren't specifically laser games, they were Trench games. So when that got removed from the Winnipeg West facility, we actually lost all the points for that game. So again, like I hope that that can
Oh,
give you a little bit of insight of like, yeah, no, like you can catch up, and if you get 100% of the levels, then if anybody else has 100% of the levels, it's all just about high score. It's not like scores that you can't get anymore and stuff like that. So,
that's
yeah,
amazing to hear, actually, thank you, and also
totally,
remotivating,
yeah.
and now I have less excuses, so thanks for that
There
one
you
time,
go.
but
Yep, yep. Totally. No worries at all, Taco. But yeah,
that's awesome to get that, information.
for sure. Yeah. Okay, so if you could make a custom badge called Taco Time, what would it be and how would you get it?
I mean, you gotta beat level 10 of any game while eating a taco, and you have to finish the whole taco before
I love that, man. Like,
I don't
part of
see
me is
any
like,
other way that can be done.
"Oh, totally, totally." No, like, I at first I was like, "Okay, like, you could probably do that while doing, like, Spellminator or something," you know? Like, "Okay, I'm eating a taco." But, like, then it was like my mind switched to, like, beating, like, Mega Relay 10, and it's just like, "No, no, no, push the button." Just like you're just running around with the taco in your mouth. Oh, dude, that would be absolutely fantastic.
They gotta
Love
try it
that.
one time.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, so what's been your biggest, like, aha moment in Activate so far? So just, like, something where, like, something just clicked and you kind of, like, got past a boundary or, like, when you were just kind of like, man, like I think I get this now, where like I really just want to excel in this way.
Yeah, I think I said it a little bit earlier with the fast feet, but honestly, even to expand on that as well, it's like just finding people to go and try hard with and take it a little bit more seriously. Like that was the
Hmm.
true turning point for me. Whereas like well, I think I may have gone twice pretty casually, but it wasn't until I made that jump where it's like, let's just go and try hard and see how it is, and it completely got addicted from there.
For
So
sure.
I would
Yeah.
just encourage anyone listening, like if you've just only played casually, I would just try harding, or just try your best at one of the games and see how far you can get, and it just gets you that way.
Totally. Yeah, no, and I love how kind of like you said, like, like there is a time where you can take it seriously. There is a time when it's a little more like laid back. And I think both of those are important. Like sometimes, if you're playing
Yeah.
with people that are just going for fun, that's fine. It's okay to kind of tone it back a little bit. But let's just talk about some strategies. Like, are there some interesting ways to complete games with a different number of players? Like you said, you've played with 5 people and you played with 2 people. Like, are there different strategies or way that you kind of adapt depending on who and the amount of people you're playing with?
Yeah, definitely. It's funny because we tried zones with 5 people, and I found it really,
Yeah.
really, really tough. And we tried it
Mhm.
with less people. I'm like, "Oh, this is a lot easier because it was less cluttered, I guess.
Exactly,
So that
yes.
one was really interesting, but then we were playing, like, the one of the hoops games, I don't know what it's called, with
D
only
If you
2
can
people,
describe
and
it,
we're
I can give you
like
the name.
I think you just have to score them in the hoops, and they turn
Okay,
green,
so
and yeah.
barrage. Yeah.
The barrage one, yeah, and then but when we played that with 3 or 4 people, it felt super easy, probably because I was getting carried. And then when we tried it with just 2, like, we were, like, so not doing well, so I love it that some games you really do part of the strategy is trying to get a bigger group to go at it, right? And some of the other
Totally.
games, you can definitely get as high as you can with just 2 people, which is great.
For sure. Yeah, no, I like that a lot. Yeah, so have you had any, like, insights or anything, or even just something that you've heard on the Discord server that you're like, "Oh, that's a really cool idea," like a certain game room or something that just kind of like you just looked at it in, like, a different way and it was like, "Oh, wow, like, this is definitely
Yeah,
some good insight."
question for you actually, because my
Yeah.
friend tried this today and I laughed at him, and then it started working. I was like, "What is happening?"
Yeah,
We
yeah.
were playing we were playing asteroids, and he just started throwing 4 or 5 balls at once. I'm like,
Yes.
"No way, that's actually working." Is that a real strategy? Is am I missing out here?
Okay, so what I actually do with some of the top players is in the first few levels of asteroids, there's no satellites, right? So pretty
Yeah.
much to describe asteroids for those of you guys listening, again, like if you guys haven't played the game, there's asteroids, they're coming at you. But if you guys have played the game and you're just getting stuck a little bit lower in the levels, at the start, it's just asteroids coming towards you. But later on, there are satellites that are flying around. And satellites are the good guys. They don't help you, but you don't want to hit them, obviously. But yeah, no, in those earlier levels, pretty much there's no consequence for hitting screens that don't have asteroids in them. So right off the hop, get 3 balls in one hand, 3 balls in the other, and then look at it. And then if you see, like, okay, there's a bunch of asteroids in this one area, everyone throws them all at once right off the hop. And it's like, boom, 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 boom. And it just makes it that much easier to continue. So, yes, there actually is a reason that that works. I wouldn't suggest doing that the whole time because then you lose accuracy. But if you can get a nice, like, head start right off the hop, like each new wave, just boom, throw as many as you can, and then you'll hit maybe 3, and then it's like that's 3 less hits that you have to get later on. Especially if you're struggling with accuracy, that would probably be a useful tip there.
That's wild that that actually works, Ty. I'm flabbergasted right
Yeah, no, you'll have to
'cause
you'll have to try it out and then tell me if it works because it's definitely a strategy that I use.
'Cause when he first did it, I made fun of him, and then it started working for those earlier levels. I'm like, "Okay, I guess this is just what we're doing now."
Honestly, yeah, no, definitely a strat there. Yeah,
That's too funny, that's too funny. Other than that,
totally,
some of the other, insights I've seen about some of the other games, like Maze, have been amazing on the Discord. Just to
for
kinda see
sure.
how other
Yeah,
people go through it, it's like, wow, that's it kinda changes the way you think about it, so that was definitely one I saw.
for sure. Yeah, no. By the way, shout out to Azrael37. I'm not
Yes.
sure. I've asked him to be on the podcast. I'm not sure if that's something he's interested in, but I really hope to get him on because he has a lot of insight, especially in that maze. He's sending videos and stuff and helping the server. So if you're listening to Azrael, shout out to you here. Would love to have you on. But yeah. So as a new player yourself, do you have any advice for somebody that's new, just jumping into Activate?
Oh, yeah, definitely stay hydrated. It's one of my mistakes early on.
Totally. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Other than that, it's like it's fun. Like, just try it out. Try taking it a little bit more serious. Go casually. Like, it's uh, like I mentioned a little bit earlier. Like, we were hesitant to go as a group of five just because we weren't sure like what the vibes would be. But
Mhm.
definitely always check it out. Always check it
Totally.
out and see if it whether you take it seriously or more casually. It has something for everyone.
For sure. Yeah, no, love that. All right, so just to kind of end things off here, I got a little bit of like a rapid fire question round for you. For those in the audience, you probably know how this goes, but what we're going to do, Taco, is we're going to just ask you about 5 questions, I think. Just I want to hear your immediate response. Don't think about it, just boom, give me your response and then we can elaborate on it a little more. Does that sound like fun?
Yes, yes, it does.
Oh, let's get right into it. Okay. First one's a little more fun. What is your favorite taco topping?
Oh, it's got to be beef. Yeah, for sure.
That's sweet, sweet. I like it. I like it. Okay, number 2. What is one Activate game mode that you would play forever?
Order up. Order up has got to be order up. I could.
Order up. Okay, that's a good choice. That is definitely one of my favorite games as well. Is there a specific level of Order Up that you'd play?
Yeah, level 10. I can play that over and over and
Level
over
10.
again.
Fair enough. I
Yeah,
love it. I
it's
love the
so
ambition there.
like the mixing between the running and the jumping and the like hitting the buttons and processing and creating a route. Like it just has so many elements to it that I just love.
Totally. Yeah, no, I love that. I love that. If you had to play Activate with only one power up, so you get like an instant like double jumping or like super speed or like just you can unscramble words in your brain, what power up would it be and why?
I mean, it's gotta be the unscramble words thing. Dude, I think I got like level 2 on that. Like I don't think we've gotten past level 2. Like that will really give me a ton of points there if I had that.
Totally. Yeah, I know. I completely get what you're saying. Those ones can definitely be really tricky for sure. Yeah. Okay. And for this last one, this is a very serious question. So I need you to just really focus, okay? Who would win in an Activate showdown? You or a taco mascot?
Oh, me for sure.
Okay, okay. But like, I mean, taco mascots have like special abilities, bro.
Do they? Yeah, like what? Like what? I would
Like,
destroy them. I
the
would probably
okay, how about this? How about this? You go to Activate in a taco mascot and get a video of it and post it on social media and see what people think.
that would be my debut. Hey, that's a great content idea actually. I don't
Dude, that would be epic. If you ever do that, send me that video
alright.
and I will throw it on the the podcast. That'd be
If I make
fantastic.
it to Tournament of Champions, I'm showing up as a taco. How about that?
Dude, that'd be fantastic. I love it. I bought a taco costume last year for Halloween. I will send it to you if you wear it and let me
That's
make content out of
amazing.
it.
That's amazing. If I go
Yeah,
to if I actually go to TOC, I will 100% ask for it.
deal. Let's do it then. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, Taco, for coming on the show. It was a blast to have you. That was a really fun conversation, and it's nice to hear insight because as a new player, you've definitely got a lot of perspective and a lot of knowledge in the game. So thanks so much for being on.
Thank you. It's been amazing to be on.
Totally. Yeah, and then for you guys in the audience listening, thank you so much. We'd love to have you in the Discord. The link will be down below in the description. If you guys have any ideas for guests that you'd love to see on the podcast or future episode topics or ideas, please let us know in the comments. Yeah, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, keep activated. See you next time. You've been listening to the Ready, Set, Activate podcast. If you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. We love hearing from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on the next episode. Thanks for listening, and remember, keep activating.